What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Long Beach Poly stream. We're here at Cabrillo High School in Long Beach, California. You can see a beautiful sunset behind us here for the matchup for the Poly Jackrabbits 2-0 going against the 0-2 Compton Tar Babes. My name is John Martin. This is Matt Guardabascio. We're going to be on the ones and twos with you tonight, bringing you this More League live action on a Thursday night. Typically we're with you on Fridays, but with spring break coming up, we got this game coming at you from a Thursday. The Poly Jackrabbits looking to move to 3-0 behind a strong run game and a strong defense. What are the keys to victory for these Jackrabbits?
Really, I mean, especially going up against a wing T, a double T formation like Compton brings to the table. Discipline on defense, knowing your assignment, knowing your lane, making sure you're containing at all times so that surprise back doesn't get you on the reverse.
Yep, which brings us to the Compton Tar Babes, who, like Matt referenced, will be running that wing T. That's a power offense. They're going to be trying to take a page out of Poly's playbook with that strong ground game and that strong defense, trying to stay strong themselves on the ground. But they have a big challenge going up against this vaunted Poly defense who stopped a strong Sarah offense and stomped on a Lakewood offense last week. It'll be interesting to see what happens on this game. We got an exciting matchup for you. That's why we play the game. We're going to cut it over to Matt Guardabascio for our team introductions. Then we're getting live for game time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Long Beach welcome for the visiting Compton Tar Babes. And now, let's give it up for your Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits! And now, I'd like to ask that you all please rise, if you are able, for the presentation of our national colors by the Long Beach Poly JROTC. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Long Beach Poly's Vocal Jazz Combo 1. Beautiful rendition, John. Beautiful. For many people, the first live music they may have heard in over a year.
No doubt. And those flags are flying. We got a blustery night here. Once again at Cabrillo. Should make for some fun football.
And looks like we've got the captains lining up. We've got Brian Parham for the Jackrabbits. And let's see who his counterpart is. We've got...
We've got an inconvenient jersey rolling.
I think
can't quite see that number on the front.
I think it might be number 3, and we don't have a 3 on our roster, unfortunately.
It looks like it might be a double number. We will solve this mystery by the end of the game. I'm looking at the shoulder pads. Do they have numbers on the pads? That doesn't help. It does look like a 3, but maybe it's a 4. Either way, it's the captain for the Compton Tar Babes.
Could be a backward 6.
It could be an upside down 6.
Oh, is that a 9?
That's a 9. Let's see as the refs pull a little sign language. There's the toss. Toss looks good. The players are shifting. Sides have been chosen. Look like Pauly's going to receive.
Pauly will receive, and they will be driving towards the north end zone.
Sure.
And that has implications. There's wind. That's a factor.
The Cabrillo end zone.
Exactly.
There's wind going one way.
And we're back live right here on this camera.
Right here. What's up,
here.
everybody? How we doing? We're at not the West Funk House, because someone said that the Funk House is already on the West. So we're on the West Funk House.
Exactly.
Just as Pauly would like it, a little more West Side.
You're not wrong.
I really am. Once again, thank you for joining our live stream. Like, subscribe. If you have a second, we're not going to be able to be up here anymore if you guys don't like and subscribe. We're only here with your guys' support, so it's really important that you like and subscribe for the channel. It really helps us out. Also,
we don't have masks on. That isn't any kind of weird political statement. John and I are roommates, so we've been quarantining for over a year now. And we are also both vaccinated, so we felt being outdoors as roommates, as people who are both vaccinated, we felt comfortable not wearing our masks for this production. So if you see us and we're not wearing a mask, again, that's not a statement. We believe that masks save lives, and we encourage you to wear masks when you're going out in public.
Before I was rudely interrupted by that very important message. Interact with us. Chat in the stream. We love to interact with you guys. We're going to be interacting with that with the stream chat as the game goes on. I'll say interact one more time just for good measure. And it looks like we're ready to get back to this game, so let's get down to the field and get a little Thursday night football going. Compton down at the 40-yard line, kicking off to the Jackrabbits. And you don't usually see this often, but that ball looks to be on that right hash mark. There's a white X in the middle of the field, typically where the ball is kicked from, but it looks like the Compton Tar Babes are taking a little extra spice on this kickoff.
Yeah, they may have just watching film. They may have seen something that they liked there, John, in the Poly Special Teams unit. Maybe a weakness they're going to try and exploit, or maybe he just feels better. He pulls to the left and he likes kicking from the right hash mark.
Let's take a look. That's going to be pooched with a fair catch being called.
And it looks like
that's going to be muffed a bit. Some action down at the 40-yard line. Let's check in with the refs. Compton saying they have it, and it looks like the refs disagree.
No, we've got the head umpire there signaling Jackrabbit ball. So it will be 1st and 10 for Poly at the 40.
If you hear a little Matt Guardabascio voice in the background, this is the Poly home game. In fact, their homecoming game, 125 years of Poly High School. So he's running the in-person PA announcements as well, pulling double duty. Hardest working Guardabascio at Cabrillo High School right now.
Yeah, you hear that, Mike?
As Shea Kuykendall comes out for the Poly offense. Two receivers on either side. 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Looks like Bridges, the tailback there for the Jackrabbits, number 22, standing next to Kuykendall at the 35.
Kuykendall is going to drop back. He's looking left. He's going to scramble around a little bit, but the defense is converging, and he's going to be taken down for a big sack there.
Looks like that is going to be Samson Tupuola with the sack, 5-yard loss for that Tar Babes defense.
Not the kind of start you want to see for the Poly Jackrabbits, who've had a lot of success running on the ground so far this season. They go with the first play pass, and no dice. They lose 5 yards there. 2nd and 15. Ball at the 35-yard line. 3 receivers set to the left of Kuykendall. He's going to take that snap. He's going to give it to Bridges. Bridges is running up the middle. He's got a lot of room to go. Runs into a pile of Jackrabbits and Tar Babes there. That's still moving. He doesn't seem to be brought down. But that play is finally whistled dead at around the 47-yard line.
And it looks like Tupuola with the stop again for Compton on that play.
A nice run there. That's kind of offense that Poly's been succeeding with these first 2 games. Just run it down the opponent's throats, see if they can stop you. I expect a heavy dose of that kind of action for the rest of the game as Bridges gets the ball again with a lot of room on the left side. A lot of lanes to run, and he's not going down again. It takes another collection of Tar Babes to tackle him down at about the 37-yard line with a big gain. That's going to be a 1st down for the Jackrabbits. 1st and 10. They're marking that ball at about the 37-yard line.
Big gains here for the Jackrabbits on offense. That run game, again, so powerful, so early. You love to see that as an offensive coordinator, as a head coach, and quite frankly, as a fan.
Right. Unless you're a Compton fan, and then you hate to see it. Kuykendall drops back. He's going to look left and give another pass. That pass is caught by Jordan Riles, and he's pushed out of bounds.
It's going to be Alan Monroe Jr. with the stop for Compton.
Al Monroe pulling double duty there. He'll be the Compton quarterback when they get on the offensive side of the ball.
But not before a 1st down, Jackrabbits.
It looks like Devin Samples is going to check in for Jaden Bridges. Samples has had a ton of success on the ground so far this year. He's going to look to continue that tonight here against Compton. But Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's going to look left and pump. He's going to throw in a double coverage. Oh! And that's a close, almost pick for Christopher Garcia, but he drops that in the end zone.
Yeah, great defense there by Jordan Riles, the receiver for the Jackrabbits, to break that pass up and save a turnover.
Looks like Kuykendall had a bit of a design play there, looked for the pump, tried to beat the defense, wasn't able to catch them off guard, but threw it anyways. He's got some big receivers out there. He's going to take some chances. A bit lucky there. But if you don't take the chances, then you never hit the chances, so who can blame him? Kuykendall on a little pistol there. He's going to hand that to Samples going up the middle, but Samples going to find some room on the left side. He's to the 10-yard line, and he's going to find pay dirt to the end zone. Touchdown, Devin Samples. Nice run there on the left side. And that's the kind of success that Poly has had all season long, running that ball. You can see them struggling with the pass plays just a little bit, trying to find that rhythm, but when in doubt, go back to the ground. And that's where we're going to find their success there, and that's a big run for Samples to get the first touchdown for the Jackrabbits tonight.
And what a savvy play for he's a sophomore. Samples is a sophomore. And to be able to read that, go up the middle, recognize that that hole was collapsing on him, and just bounce out to the outside, use his speed, hit the edge, and find some open room, get himself into the end zone. Very savvy running for a young running back.
The Dylan Michelle, I feel like I'm a broken record here. Dylan Michelle with the kick is good. The extra point is good. That's going to put up the Jackrabbits 7-0 over the Compton Tar Babes. 9:43 left to go here in the first quarter. And now we get our first look at the Compton offense.
And again, John, Compton infamous for running the wing T. What that's going to do is you're going to bring in extra tight ends. Generally, you're going to have multiple backs in there as well. The play is every play is essentially a triple option at the least.
So there's some trickery. While it's kind of a bread and butter ground and pound, there's definitely some trickeration built in there.
Exactly. And really, again, the key for this Jackrabbit defense is going to be staying home. It's going to be knowing what your assignment is and not falling for the trick of, oh, I think that guy has the ball, so I'm going to chase after him. Generally, with a wing T, if you can get into the backfield and keep your lane, keep your position, and keep them from getting around you on the outside, keep containment, you're going to be able to find success defensively against the wing T.
And we'll see if Compton can find that success as they await the kickoff from Dylan Michelle. He's going to take a little off there. And that's received by Deion Johnson, who finds some room to go and makes it down to about the 42-yard line. A nice return there. And now we get to see what that wing team do. It's going to bring up Alan Monroe Jr., the quarterback for this Compton squad. Now, what's the role, Matt, of the quarterback in a wing T?
Well, they're definitely an option. I mean, that's the key. Generally, with a wing T, you want a quarterback who has the ability to do a play action, fake that handoff, take a couple steps back, and drop one over the middle as you have the linebackers pulling in because they're assuming it's a run.
And Alan Monroe is going to toss that to Deion Johnson, who's going to find some room at the left side, but looks to be tackled by Mikaele, it appeared. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll go with it. 4-yard gain there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Compton squad. Single receiver out left in this wing T. And they'll give it to Johnson again, but Poly's ready that time.
And that's going to be David Bacalar with a big stop there.
Looks like no gain there, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 here.
David Bacalar
Ball set at the 45-yard line, just about, a few inches short. Big down coming up here for Compton. Third down, you want to be able to convert. You don't want a 3-and-out in your first drive, especially with a strong poly run offense awaiting your defense.
Exactly. I mean, that's,
Monroe's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it high. Tyler Huffman was able to get his hands on it, but it looks like there's going to be a penalty on the play after Huffman drops the pass. Let's see what the refs have to say. And that's going to go against the Jackrabbits. So even with the incompletion, there's going to be a first down coming up for Compton.
Personal foul against the Jackrabbits. 1st and 10 for Compton.
And while they didn't exactly convert, you gotta love anytime you can move the chains against this poly defense. And Monroe's going to hand it off. Can't quite see the number there, but it looks like it might be Ryan Iosua, the big boy in the backfield, but just no room to run there as he's stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Looks to be about a 5-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for Compton.
Yeah, really tough. They went with the dive option there. So dive is going to be in your A-hole right there. It's going to be your first gaps between to the left or right of your center. So really tough against this Jackrabbit defensive front because they have so many big bodies up there on the line. Really tough to get something through the A gap against this poly defense.
There's going to be some drama at the line. A flag on the play. A lot of moving parts on this Compton offense. So not a huge surprise with that penalty coming up. They're going to have to stay disciplined if they want to keep those penalty yards down.
Yeah, definitely not what Compton wants to be doing anytime you're moving, especially after you get the gift of a first down on a penalty. You don't want to move your offense backwards. And again, you said it earlier, especially when you have the poly tandem running attack of Bridges and Samples awaiting you on the other side of the ball.
2nd and 20. Monroe completes the pass outside to Tyler Huffman, who gets a nice gain there.
That pass complete to Tyler Huffman.
Looks like it's 7 yards.
7-yard gain.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Tarbabes here. And these, it feels like these kinds of downs are going to make and break the Compton offense, being able to complete passes like that and gain some big yardage, especially if they're stopped in the backfield.
Exactly. I mean, it's one of those things with Poly's size up front, you can afford a little bit of sloppiness against the wing T because there's so much disruption. And the Jackrabbits, with a fumble recovery, stepped out of bounds. The Jackrabbits will get the takeaway there.
Yeah, some trickeration there, a couple pitches, but it looks like one of those pitches couldn't find the mark. Poly able to swoop that ball up. Looks like initially it was grabbed up by Mikaele, but then somehow it ended up with Torian White. But they're going to call that dead before Torian White can reach the end zone. So that's going to bring up a first down for Kuykendall on this Poly offense.
Yeah, just trying to walk that tightrope there on the sideline, and the side judge there, catches him with his heel out of bounds, unfortunately. But again, great defensive stand there for the Jackrabbits, and getting the ball to their offense at the in Cabrillo or in Compton territory here at Cabrillo Stadium.
It's going to bring a 1st and 10. 47-yard line for the Jackrabbits. Kuykendall drops back, and he's going to complete that pass to Keontae Lanier. Lanier's going to run out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there.
Deion Johnson in coverage, forcing him out of bounds there. Pass complete to Keontae Lanier. 10
Kuykendall in the shotgun. Bridges to his right, 2 right receivers on either side. He's going to take that snap and give it to Bridges. He's going to run to the left side. He's finding a lot of room again. And he's tackled by Eric Barrios, it looks like. Is that a 13? Looks like a 13.
And John, I think that was actually Christopher Garcia who almost had that interception in the end zone there for Compton. So we got the safety coming up for the stop in the run game. Not what you want to see if you're Compton, but great play by that young man.
Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's going to complete it to Lanier on the right side and just let his playmakers work. He's got more than enough for the first down, and that's going to move the chains for the Jackrabbits, who are putting together another nice little drive here. And as successful as the run has been here for the Jackrabbits, it looks like they're really trying to mix in the pass here as well. Add multitudes to their offense, become a little multi-dimensional here. Kuykendall in the backfield, and he's going to hand that to Bridges, who runs up the right side, breaks one tackle, and he's brought down by a pack of players once again. Another nice run for the back.
Yeah, that's going to be Ava Lilo Maava with the stop there for Compton. Big body making the stop in the run game.
Body, Adi, Adi. It ain't easy being cheesy. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Jackrabbits. Ball at about the 11-yard line in the Compton red zone. And Samples checks in. He's going to take that ball right up the middle and eat up some good yardage there. Looks like he's down at about the 5-yard line. That's going to move the chains, bring up a 1st and goal for the Poly offense.
Yeah, and Samson Tupuola with the stop for Compton there. Samples with the carry, brought down by Samson Tupuola, and that'd be for a 1st down, Jackrabbits. And fans, don't forget, go ahead and share this link with your friends and family if you know any other Jackrabbits or even Compton alums who are watching the game right now. Don't be shy. Get the word out. We're trying to build something here and be able to bring you guys live coverage of all future Jackrabbit football games. So once more, please share that link with your friends, families, coworkers, neighbors, people you don't like. Just share it.
Samples takes that carry to the 2-yard line, and he'll check out. Jaden Bridges back in the game. 2nd and goal for the Poly Jackrabbits. Kuykendall under center. Heavy set here. I formation. Bridges is going to get that ball, but it looks like there's a flag on the play. Poly called for a false start. So that ball's coming back a couple yards here. Going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. .319 left in this first quarter. 7-0 Poly Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes.
And if you're just tuning in, the lovely voice you just heard was my co-host John Martin. I'm Matt Guardabascio. We're here bringing you a live broadcast all season for the Jackrabbits.
As that fumble's miffed just a bit, but Kuykendall's able to recover and take that ball down to the 1-yard line. Broken play there, but Kuykendall able to improvise there, find some holes, and gain a few yards to make it 3rd and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. They're going to get in this I formation one more time with Bridges in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to him, and he finds no competition on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Bridges. It's going to put 6 more on the board for the Jackrabbits as Dylan Michelle comes out for the pending extra point.
Yeah, great drive here, second drive for the Jackrabbits, mixing up their offense a little bit, showing that they're not just a one-dimensional team, letting Shea Kuykendall find some room, find his playmakers out on the edge.
Find those playmakers. And that's the key to the game for any quarterback, is find your playmakers and let them make the plays. The Michelle extra point is up. And the Breeze is doing all it can, but that goes through the uprights. It's going to put another point on the board for the Jackrabbits. It's going to be 14-0 Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes. 2:47 left to go here in the first quarter.
And John, it's going to be interesting here to see what Compton does for this second drive, offensive drive for theirs. They had some success throwing the ball. Pauly really buying in on that wing tee, really focusing in on the run. So I'm going to be interested to see if they change the script a little bit, go a little bit more with the passing attack, and try and get Pauly, going all in on the run there.
Yeah. So what we've seen in the first quarter, it seems like they're going to have some success in the air in order to get through this Pauly defense. It looks like it's going to be a key to the game. We'll see if they're able to make those adjustments, but they have quite a tall hill to climb with this strong Pauly defense. You see over the games, as I've been watching the games, how strong this defense really is. You hear the stories, but you don't really know until you see it. The Michelle kick is up, and that's going to be caught by Deion Johnson, and he finds some more room after some insecurity with that catch to begin with. But he got a few yards there.
And strong running there by Deion Johnson, number 5 for Compton. You're not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. He made that pretty apparent on that return.
And that's the kind of thing you want to see out of your ball carriers is the ability to run through those arm tackles, to make it difficult on the defenders, to bring you down. The name of the game is yards. Some would say it's inches, but the big unit of measurement in football are yards.
I thought the name of the game was football. Have I been wrong this whole time?
The name of the game is football.
Oh, a soccer fan.
Ah.
Ted Lasso? Wait, can we say that?
Uh-oh. No, they're not paying us. Monroe in that wing tee, and he's going to pitch it back. And these rolled up jerseys are really making it tough for us to shout out these players.
I think we're going to have Brian Parham in on the stop there for the Jackrabbits, veteran linebacker coming in, making the stop there.
Yeah, strong presence on that Pauly linebacker unit. He seems to be involved in every play. As Compton lines up in that wing tee once again. And they're going to toss that.
That's going to be Tyler Huffman, I believe, number 4 for Compton with the carry there. And we had, I know, Jalen Johnson, the linebacker, number 21 for the Jackrabbits, in on that stop.
But a nice little gain there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for Compton here. Another situation where you feel like they kind of have to move these chains in order to avoid falling into too deep of a hole here.
Yeah, especially, just the way that Pauly runs the ball, they're so physical. Even those small backs, you can see them, the way that they hit the gap there. Just a lot of contact, a lot of physicality, and having your defense take that punishment so soon after that last drive is not what Compton wants.
And Compton's going to try and pound it through with Bryson Evans, but he is stuck up. No gain there. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 for Compton here. We'll see what the game plan is as far as kicking that away or giving it another go. And you don't usually huddle for a punt, so it looks like they're going to try and take advantage of the short yardage and gain these 2 yards. They're going to send Deion Johnson in motion, and it looks like he has enough. They needed 2. It looks like he got about 3, and they're going to move those chains. First down, Compton. Clock winding down here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to let it wind down and take this game into the second. And while that winds down, just take a quick second to thank our production team. Once again, I'm John Martin, class of 2007. For Matt Guardabascio, also class of 2007. We want to thank the producer, Jan Kim Lim, cameraman Anthony Nem, audio technician Jeremiah Eng, statistician and film crew Rui Ayala. We couldn't do it without them. So a big thank you to them. They're putting on an awesome, awesome stream for you guys. And the biggest thank you that you can give them is to like it, to subscribe, and to share. So take a second right now, or we're waiting for the second quarter to come up. Like, subscribe, share it. Interact with us, get in the comments. In fact, we'll take a look right now and get back to you.
And also, just a reminder for those tuning in right now, John and I are roommates. We live together. We are both vaccinated, so that is why you see us without a mask. So not an endorsement of not wearing your mask in public. We felt that being outdoors and having been roommates and quarantining pretty aggressively, I would say, for this past year plus now,
Real aggressive quarantine.
Real aggressive quarantining. I mean,
a little too aggressive quarantining, if you ask me.
Hey, we're in a pandemic, John.
That's true. Got to make special exceptions. Let's get back down to the action on the field here. So we've got a 1st and 10 for Compton. In that wing tee, Monroe's going to drop back to pass. And that's going to be caught by Tyler Huffman. The Monroe-Huffman connection is working tonight. Looks to be a gain of about 5 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. Ball placed at the 42-yard line.
Tyler Huffman with the catch. Gain of 4 on the play. Correction, gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
And that's Matt pulling double duty at the same dang time.
Oh, I forgot to mute myself. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good, baby. We're giving the in-person experience here as there's some banging going on down the field. Compton with a nice run there. Let's see if we can catch a number real quick. It looks to be...
Is that 51? No, he's an offensive lineman.
Who knows? It could be, honestly. There's so many players for Compton that are pulling double duty. I would not be surprised, and it just speaks to the athleticism they have on that side of the ball. A nice gain there. It's going to bring up a 1st down. Monroe's going to hand it off again. Let's see if we can catch that number this time. Can't quite see it on the monitors.
I believe that's going to be number 7, Lorenzo Williams. But again, I could be wrong.
Defensive end slash tackle.
Oh, heavens. Oh, heavens.
Look, and that's the kind of game you got to play if you want to beat this Poly defense. You got to hand it off to tackles, defensive ends, tight ends, running backs. Everybody's getting the ball tonight if they can get some yards, and that's all it comes down to. Monroe in the wing tee. He's going to toss it. Looks like Jeremiah Hall with the carry there. Gain of a few yards. Looks like a gain of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for this Compton offense. And who can also forget Eli Simmons on camera for this stream production team? The great Eli Simmons. As Monroe drops back, looks like he was going to pass, couldn't find anything, kept the ball, but the Poly defense converges on him. No room to go. That's going to bring up a long 4th down. And we'll see.
Looks like we have an injured player down on the field.
Well,
And guys, go ahead and make sure you follow us on our social media outlets. We've got at Long Beach Poly Football and at Poly Jackrabbits on Instagram. And on Twitter, we've got at LB Poly _football, at LB Poly Athletics, and at Poly Jackrabbits. Once more, follow us on social media, you guys. That's the best way to keep informed about, especially game starts, whether or not games are going to be canceled due to COVID-19 restrictions. So follow us on social media. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. We can't continue doing this without your guys' support. So let us know that you're enjoying the broadcasts. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel.
And it looks like that's the center, Elijah Martinez, coming out under his own power. So you love to see that. Hopefully we can get back into the game after taking a couple plays off here. 4th down for Compton here, so we'll get a little extra breather. And it looks like they're going to punt away to Poly with Travis Davis in the backfield, waiting for the kick.
That might be number 11, Anthony Curtis, the deep man for the Jackrabbits there.
Oh, you're right.
There's a fumble on the snap.
And the punter.
And that's going to be number 23, David Bacalar, with the fumble recovery and the touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Big play there for the Poly special teams. As you can see, if you give them any time, they will make you pay. You can't hesitate even for 1 second, and a muffed snap there is all they need for a fumble 6, and that's going to put them up 20-0 over Compton. 9:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Dylan Michelle out for the extra point. And that kick is up. And another good extra point. That puts another point on the board for the Jackrabbits. 21-0 over Compton. 9:03 left to go in the second quarter. Not something you want to see, giving away points if you're the Compton Tar Babes.
Yeah, and sorry to cut in here, John, but I know that we've got some viewers from around the country. Go ahead and let us know. Drop in the comments. Let us know where you're watching the game from. We'll give you guys some shout-outs here. We saw Matt Corral was in the stream. It looks like he had to take off, but always great seeing an alum, a former player, in on the stream, watching how the current group of Jackrabbits is doing. So. Let us know. Let us know where you guys are catching the game from.
(21-0), 9:03 left here in the second quarter. Dylan Michelle back to kick. And he puts a charge into that one. But Eric Barris has some room to go, but that ball's put on the ground. But it looks like he's able to fall back onto that. He had some momentum there and was stripped. Where are you going? You need that ball, but was able to fall down on that ball there.
Eric Barrios with the return. 1st and 10 for Compton. Ball at their own 29-yard line.
That'll set up a 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for Compton. Alan Moore out again. Alan Moore Jr. out again to head up this wing tee.
And John, looks like we've got a viewer. We've got Bev in the state of Washington. We've got Daryl from West Texas, class of '01, home of scholars and champions. That's right. And I think they've also added musicians. So it's scholars, champions, and musicians, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't have quite the same ring. As it looks like Michael Fesiili is a little too eager there. He's going to jump off sides. It's going to move that ball up 5 yards for Compton here. 1st and 5. Ball at the 34-yard line. We also got Andre Blunt, Long Beach class of '89. Welcome, Andre. Thanks for tuning in. A blustery evening up here in the skybox.
And again, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel as we as Compton comes up to the line here. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The only way we can keep doing this is with your support. So please like and subscribe to the channel.
Monroe's going to drop back. He's looking to pass, but he's going to be swarmed by a couple Poly defenders. It's going to be Lamar Black on the tackle there. Big loss, bringing up a 3rd and real long here. Compton not finding any room to run here. Against a stronger and stronger Poly defense. It's tough to get yards against these guys. They're going to have to find some other avenues to move this ball downfield.
Yeah, again, you know, the best thing to open up your run game or open up your passing game is having a strong run game. Brian Parham laying a punishing hit there. Veteran linebacker for the Jackrabbits coming up big with that stop.
Yeah, this Poly defense playing really well together, and it's tough. It's tough for Compton. They had to relocate this season to Roosevelt Middle School. Their high school is being renovated, so they had to spend an entire week after they're given a couple weeks of practice just moving their equipment from the high school to the middle school.
Yeah, and it's tough, especially with a wing T offense. There's so much going on. You know, it's tough to be missing a week of practice when the rest of the league is out there competing and conditioning. And we've had there was a big block on that play, but it is there is a flag on that hit, so there's going to be some yards taken off of that return there. Anthony Curtis, number 11, with the return for the Jackrabbits, and it's probably going to be, I think, 15 yards for that hit. Oh boy, that wind! Just when you think it might be dying down, it likes to pick up on you there.
It is blowing.
And I'm gonna mute myself 1 second. I'm gonna do the PA announcement here. So, John, just a heads up, it's coming back to you.
I got you, baby. I'm taking it. I'm gonna try and shield you guys from all this wind feedback that we're getting. It's really picking up out here. But you know what? Rain, shine, windy, hail, whatever can come our way, we're going to bring this Poly stream to you. Shout out a couple more people. Ken Simmons in Galveston, Texas, by way of Lakeview Terrace. Welcome, Kim. And we got Robert Orso, class of '83, football '81 and '82. Duluth, Minnesota in the house. What's up? What's happening in Duluth? I like Duluth hearing us complain about the weathers. Us here in Southern California, there's a little bit of wind, 65 degrees, and we want to be inside.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that most people, here's the thing that a lot of folks don't know. You know, there's like here's the thing that a lot of folks don't know. There's about a 20-degree difference between the middle of the day and nighttime here. So it's, when we're putting on jackets and it's 65, it's because we were used to it being 85 an hour and a half ago. That's my defense.
Yeah, let's go with that.
When I lived in Illinois, I'm saying it was 90 degrees with 90% humidity at midnight. You don't get that here. You get 90 degrees during the day and a balmy 68, 72. That's a big temperature drop.
There's no doubt. Kaganaw's going to drop back here. He's looking over the middle. And he's got Jordan Riles with a lot of room to go. Pitch and catch up the middle there. Keep it basic, keep it simple, and you get the yards. It's going to bring him a first down for this Poly offense. 5:27 left here to go in the second quarter. 21-0 Poly Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes. Poly again not finding too much resistance here, moving the ball downfield, whether it be through the air or their usual ground game. Just a ton of size on that line, given time. As Kaganaw drops back, he's going to look right, and he's going to find 15, Tyson Bordeaux, for a couple yards there on the right side. He's going to be tackled by Kevin Prudhomme. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Ball at the 44-yard line. Kaganaw in the backfield. Samples to his right, 2 receivers on either side. He's going to drop back. He's looking to throw it again, and he's going to go deep. Jordan Riles, but just overthrown. Good coverage there. Not a lot of room to make that catch.
I think Bryshawn Evans, number 22, possibly in coverage there for Compton, doing his best to keep up with the speedy receivers here for the Jackrabbits.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Jackrabbit offense. Looking to continue to move that ball downfield. Up 21 here. Samples to Kuykendall's right. Kuykendall in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. He's going to drop back. That's going to be a screen to Keontae Lanier, and he's going to find a lot of room to go. And he's finally brought down at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a Jackrabbit first down. Nice play coming up there with 3rd and long to get that Jackrabbit first. Yeah, Tyler Huffman making the stop there for Compton. He was really the last man to beat. Lanier, Lanier actually outrunning his blockers on that bubble screen. Kaganaw drops back, but he's not going to find anything, so he's going to call his own number, scrambling around. Finally brought down by Eric Barrios. Gets a few yards there. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 24-yard line.
Are you saying it's down number 2 with 4 yards to go, and the ball's on the 24?
R.I.P. Kobe. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
Looks like a timeout taken by Compton. That's their first of the first half. They'll have 2 remaining, and we're going to go ahead and take you to the subscribe to our social media page here. Go ahead and follow us on social media. On Instagram, you can see the handles there. On Twitter, we've got 3 to follow, and I'm also going to let you know about how you can donate to the program. If you go down, you can press the link in the description below, and that'll allow you to make a contribution directly to the Long Beach Poly football program. So again, if you are able, every bit always helps in high school athletics, but especially during COVID. The challenges have been so great for so many on our team. Go ahead and click the donation link in the description below.
2nd and 4 for the Jackrabbits. Ball on the 24-yard line. Kuykendall back. He's going to drop back. Looking to the right side. Ooh! Keontae Lanier with the one-handed sauce. My Lord, that was a play there. Touchdown for the Jackrabbits. 27-0, extra point ensuing, and that was some smooth receiving there from Keontae Lanier. Wow. If you could see us in the booth, we're moving, baby.
I mean, incredible, you guys.
This is the interpretive dance of that last play.
And Lanier, one of those seniors, who actually came back to play. So really, just having some fun out there.
And it's plays like that where you're like, yeah, I'm glad I came back. Dylan Michelle with the kick, and that's straight through the uprights. One more time, Mr. Automatic, Dylan Michelle. That's going to bring us to 28-0, Poly Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes. 3:11 left here to go in the first half. Incredible catch there. I'm sure you guys are going to have that
we've
highlighted all week long on social media.
We've got Shanley coming in with the nice catch comment. Shanley, nice? It's only nice?
Just nice?
That's just a nice catch? What does he got to do to get a great catch with 4 exclamation marks?
Adjective contest in the chat right now. What's the best way to describe that catch? (28-0) Poly Jackrabbits over Compton currently.
And guys, don't forget for coverage of tonight's game, including video highlight with commentary by some of the best in the biz, pop over to the 562.org tonight. They're going to have a photo gallery, full game write-up, plus a video highlight for tonight's contest. Once more, that's the 562.org, the only place to get local sports coverage by local sports people. The 562.org.
And Michelle's going to boot that out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Reprieving that special teams from a little hitting. You can see that as a pro or a con, depending on what side you're on. Do you like the no pressure, let's just take a jog down to the end zone, play some defense, or are you looking to smack some people up 28-0?
Well, I mean, I know Poly, and I know Poly football, and
I think that answers it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. As the Compton offense comes out for another go at finding a hole in this Poly defense with that wing T. Alan Monroe under center. Alan Monroe Jr., rather. And he's going to toss that. Again, not much room to run there, although they do gain a couple yards. Let's see where they place this ball. Going to place it at about the 23-yard line. And we're going to get another Poly timeout here. And while the teams talk it over, be sure to like, subscribe. Let us stop asking you to like and subscribe. We can only do that when we see those likes and those subscriptions. So if you haven't already, take a second.
And guys, real quick, I just gotta give a shout out here. Al Austin, council member, I believe for the 8th district here in Long Beach, with the fantastic April Fool's joke, talking about Compton coming back and maybe pulling a little comeback action here in the second half. But I think that's a pretty astute observation there with the April Fools, Councilmember Austin. And guys, we are on camera here. Just letting you know, we do exist. We are not wearing masks. Again, John and I are roommates. We are both vaccinated. Not an endorsement to not wear your mask in public. So please do wear your mask when you go out in public.
Please do.
Masks save lives.
Alan Monroe on the toss to Deion Johnson, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Not much room to run there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Compton as they look to take a timeout now.
No gain, 3rd and 7. Ball at the Compton 23-yard line. Don't forget to pick up some swag. If you saw John's sweatshirt there with the 15th or 16th and Atlantic, go ahead and pick up your sweatshirts, your exclusive Long Beach Poly 16th and Atlantic sweatshirts, only at Long Beach Limited, longbeach.ltd. Proceeds from those sweatshirts and T-shirts do go back to Poly's ASB. You can also pick up a history of Long Beach Poly, the quite frankly, the best high school in the history of high schools, I would say.
Especially on this stream. Compton offense back onto the field. 3rd and 7. 2:44 left to go in the first half. Compton looking for some momentum here, trying to get something before the end of the half. Down 28. Sticking to that wing T, Monroe in the backfield. And he's going to toss it to the big boy, Ryan Iosua, it appears. And he'll get a few yards, but not enough for the first down. That's going to bring up a 4th for Compton. Let's see what kind of action they're ready for here. And it looks like we're going to get another timeout. Hey, if you don't use them, you lose them, so why not use them?
I have heard that. At the second half, there will be a whole new set.
There's a whole new set
of timeouts.
So get rid of it. Make it rain timeouts.
And folks out there, if you want an advertising spot on the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits live stream that's going to be for the duration of the football season. I think we're looking at potentially doing some of the indoor sports now that those have been approved to compete. Contact Long Beach Poly High School at gmail.com. Just go ahead and support yourself, support the school. It's a win-win.
A win-win. That's what we in the biz call a double win.
How do we make it a triple win?
You got to pay extra for that.
That's fair.
As Compton punts it away, and that ball is going to go out of bounds at about the 50-yard line, giving the Poly Jackrabbits one more chance to add some points with 2:30 left here in the first half. Up 28-0 on the Compton Tar Babes, but you can never have too many points.
No, and you got to wonder if Poly's looking to get to that 35 mark, 35. I believe a 35-point lead going into the fourth quarter is what it takes to get a running clock for that fourth quarter. Poly may be trying to get to that number so they can put in some of their second-string guys, get some reps for the younger players on the team in the third quarter and fourth quarter without keeping us here all night.
Yeah, the way Poly's playing that defense, they have a couple quarters or at least a quarter and change to get there. So. But Compton's putting out some good effort. They're working the maneuvers. They're looking for holes here. They're not running the same play. They got the same formation, but they're looking for different variations, and they're not going to quit. So the defense needs to stay on point because this Compton offense is still looking for yards. Kaigadal in the backfield, 1st and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Appears to be Jaden Bridges in the backfield with him. He's going to drop back. He's looking to pass. Not finding it immediately. He's going to roll out right and just dump it out to the right side. He's going to say, let's give it another try on second down. Incomplete pass there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball placed at about the 35-yard line.
We're seeing some shout-outs, some more shout-outs for Eli on camera, too. Really doing a great job, Eli. We love it. We appreciate the hard work, the hustle. The way that I said that, you would think that I was going to say more, but no.
This Kuykendall rolls right. He's going to find Rochelle on the right side at about the 40-yard line, and he's brought out of bounds by Steve Henry. Third and 4 for the Jackrabbits. 2:17 left here in the first half. I keep doing that. It's the second quarter. It's the first half. Decide which one you want to say.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You've been watching too much March Madness.
Too much.
You're in the halftime. You're like, well, there's a number 2 on there, so it's got to be the half.
Kuykendall's going to drop back, and that pass is low for Kyron Rochelle. No dice there. That's going to bring up about 4th and 4. We'll see what the Jackrabbits want to do here.
Yeah, Eric Barrios in coverage there, coming in. Would have been a tough catch if Rochelle had made it, extending that the way that he would have had to caught that.
Kuykendall's going to fake the run, drop back to Rochelle again, who's going to put on a move. He's brought down by Eric Barrios, but it looks like he has enough to move the chains. First down, Jackrabbits. 1:54 left to go here in the first half. Kuykendall drops back again. Oh! And he was just too ready to run. Tyson Bordeaux there, looking for green there, and just takes his eyes off the ball and drops that. Nice throw from Kuykendall. But no catch there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Jackrabbit offense. Samples in the game at running back. To the left of Kuykendall. 2 receivers on either side. He's going to drop back. He's looking left. Now the middle, and he's going to let it fly. Who's he looking for? Thrown almost directly in between Kyron Rochelle and Donovan Turner there.
Barrios with almost another interception on the night for him.
It was a nice pass to someone. It was just potentially to one of 2 people. They couldn't come down with it, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here. Probably looking to extend this drive. This might be their longest 3rd down of the night so far, so a good test coming up here.
Yeah, and Pauly really getting into the 2-minute offense. You've seen virtually no runs.
As Kuykendall throws another bullet, but once again, the receivers are running before they catch that ball. Kyron Rochelle on the drop there. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. And bring on the Poly special teams unit to kick it away.
Looks like it's going to be David Bacalar, the linebacker, coming in to punt for the Jackrabbits. Not the only Jackrabbit linebacker to play a role in special teams over the years.
It's typically what you sign up for when you're playing linebacker for Poly. It's usually LB/P.
It's true.
And what better school to have an LB/P, if you know what I'm saying?
Because Long Beach Poly, you guys. It's L for long, B for beach, P for Poly.
And not a bad kick there. That's got some distance. It's going to take a Poly roll as if they needed any more breaks. It's going to roll down to the 10-yard line. Down by Torian White. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Compton offense with 1:14 here. Not a ton of time, so you expect to see a few passes here, see if they can get that air game going. Couple uncharacteristic drops on that last drive for Poly from the skill players on the outside.
Yeah,
I think they're getting a little excited. That can happen. Up 28, looking for yours, trying to get some pay dirt under your shoes. just take your eye off the ball. But I'm sure that's something that they'll drill at halftime, keeping that focus, playing this game as if they're only upper score. It's a tie ball game, so they can keep that going for future games.
Sorry, I was distracted by the wind, and the referee signaled a hold. And let's see if they're actually gonna march them back. They are. So it is a holding call against Compton during the return. So that will back them up 5 yards or half the distance to their own end zone and bring up 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line.
A lot of green in front of them, a lot of room to work with, but they want to be careful here. So I'm sure that Poly defense is hungry for points. Monroe's going to pitch it back to Deion Johnson. Not a lot of room to run there.
Deion Johnson with the carry. Loss of 1.
Backed him up 1 yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 as this clock counts down, under a minute left here to go in the first half.
And it looks like we've got John watching from Vancouver, Washington, class of 1987. And a huge shout out to Ricky on camera 1. Thank you for covering for Anthony. We appreciate it.
2nd and 11, 30 seconds here to go in the first half. Compton looking for some room. Some trickeration in the backfield as Deion fakes the direct snap. Helmets fall off. And yards are gained, or not. Let's go to the refs. Looks like we got a guy down in the field. But he's walking it off. And he's going to jog to the sideline, so he looks to be okay, thankfully. That was Deion Johnson. The refs are going to run that clock. And that looks like it's going to take us to halftime. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits 28, Compton Tar Babes 0. And Matt, it's been a similar story here.
Real quick, John, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I need to coordinate with the international ambassadors. So that's going to be dropping a microphone over the side of this.
That's what happens when you're running double duty, so I'll kind of give you a tale of the game here so far. Something that we've seen with both Poly games before, they're dominant on the ground. They've been passing a little bit more this game, which is good to see, and the defense is just something that can't be overcome by the offense on the other side. Compton with only 35 yards so far this game. Poly with 183 total as I pull up the stats here to give you a little tail of the tape. 84 rushing on the ground for Poly so far. They kind of have gotten whatever they wanted on the ground, similar to what they've been doing all season long. They got big guys up front. They're going to let those big guys work as Samples and Bridges in the backfield eat up those yards. Kuykendall's thrown for 99, just below 100 yards, so he's putting in some work too. On the Compton side, only 12 yards passing and only 23 yards on the ground. Like we've said, broken record. This Poly defense is tough to get through in the air or on the ground, especially when you're running a formation like this wing T that can have some trickeration in it. But if you're not able to find those holes, it's going to be tough for you to find yards and ultimately points, and that's what you see on the scoreboard. 28-0 Poly Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes.
I agree with everything that John just said. Fantastic breakdown. I totally heard everything that you just said. So really wonderful job. What a great first half for the Jackrabbits.
No comment needed. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with the second half. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a few.
No, it's cool. Because I can just, I'll make it. I've been making it. I missed 2 A's, and I missed like 4. It's fine. Because if it's angle and it has to be up for us, then it's going to blind me when I try to see. So just something better.
You guys the best of luck in this upcoming season. I know you guys have had to persevere through a lot over this past year. Now's the time to go out there and just lay it. Go play with your brothers. Enjoy the moment. There's a lot of us have come through before you, over a century of players that have come before you, and we've all put our time and effort and work in just to make sure that brand of Long Beach Poly is strong out there and throughout this whole nation, and it is. And so I want you guys to make sure you're not taking that for granted. Just there's youngsters in that crowd at Vets looking up to you, and they can't wait to be in your shoes one day as well. So wish you guys the best of luck. Go out there and fight and enjoy.
All right, man. What's up, fellas? Sage Lewis, class of 02. Just want to give y'all some encouragement going into the year. Keep striving for greatness, pushing forward. Looking forward to seeing you guys go out there and ball, man. Appreciate all the love and support. I'll be back soon to catch you guys, man. Do your thing this year.
What's going on, young Jackrabbits? My young beast from the East, my young Funk House Riders. That's your big homie, man, HD, Herschel Dennis, running back, class of 02, single season rushing and touchdown record holder till this day. 20 years strong, baby. Still going. Just waiting on one of y'all to break it, man. Hey, I'm just here to show some love and support and let you guys know, man, I'm super excited to see you guys go out there and ball this year. Do your thing, man. Go hard, man, and don't take it for granted. You know, they try to take this season away from you guys, man, from you seniors, and they shortened it up. So go out there, man, and play with that honor and that integrity, man, that you guys could play with, and just do what you love, you know, exceed your expectations, make yourselves proud, make your family proud. You for sure gonna make the city proud. And you leaders, man, you guys got to lead by example, you know, and make sure you guys are keeping each other accountable. And, that's how champions, that's how they act, man. That's how they go about their business. Everybody got to keep, you got the team, got to keep each other accountable. And, you got the leaders just lead by example, man, on and off the field, in the weight room, in the classroom, on campus, in your community, everything you do, man. So you guys go out there, represent, man, play hard, play fast, and represent, baby. Funk House, baby.
What up, Jackrabbits? It's Trayvon Patterson, class of 06. Good luck to you guys this upcoming Friday versus Sarah in this upcoming season. I know you guys are very excited after dealing with a lot of adversity. You guys finally get to hit the field and get going. To just know that the Jackrabbit community and alumni is behind you. To go out there and play hard for the green and gold. Go out there and play fast. Believe in your brothers. Believe in the coaching staff. And trust yourself. Most of all, don't think and just play fast. Go Jackrabbits.
What's up, Long Beach Poly? This is Gerard Wicks here, running back, class of 2013. Man, I just want to say congratulations and good luck this year. Play for one another and have fun. At the start of my senior year, we started off the season 1-3. After that, we ended up winning 13 games straight and became Pac-5 champions and regional champions. We should have been the first team in Long Beach Poly history to be state champions, but it's all about you guys right now. So have fun, embrace this opportunity, and hopefully at the end of the year, you guys can win one of these.
Hey, Long Beach Poly fam, it's Ty Tiedemann, class of 2014 and current pitcher in the Rangers organization. I just wanted to send a huge congrats and shout out to you guys for having a season this year. I know it's been tough. It's been hard to wait and see how things are going to play out, but now's the time. You know, come March 12th, you guys just got to leave it all on that field and be ready to go. I mean, it's going to be a great season. I know the coaches and staff and trainers all got you prepared for what's to come. Just go out there and make the best of it and leave your hearts all out there, man. I'm so happy. I wish I was back there on the field strapping it up, but I can't wait to see how you guys do this season. Good luck.
What's up, y'all? Josh Sugg, quarterback class of 2015. You guys been through a lot this year, man, leading up to this point. Now it's time to roll. I got to see you guys play a little bit in Corona recently. You guys are ready to go, man. You guys have everything you need from top to bottom to be a great football team. Play fast, play together, fall back on your training, leave it all out there on the field. Enjoy every moment with your brothers. You guys never get this time back. You know, man, I'll do anything to put on that green and gold again. Poly's a special place. You know, you guys are living through literally history right now. How do you guys want to be remembered? You know, represent that green and gold well. It's definitely an honor to wear it. You know, you guys are playing for a lot of people who passed through. You know, we're all pulling for you. We're praying for you weekly. You know, good luck this year. Hope to see you guys soon. All love.
How you doing? This is JB Brown, class of 2017. I want to congratulate my fellow Jackrabbits on having a season. I know you've been dealing with a lot of hardship of not knowing if you're going to have a season or not. Well, it's here. Just leave it all on the field and have fun with it.
How you doing, Jackrabbit community? This is Champ, class of 2017, currently running back at Harvard. Just want to say good luck on the season.
What up, Jackrabbits? It's Matt Corral, quarterback, class of 2018. I just want to wish you guys the best of luck this season. I know it's been hard these past couple months and not playing football, but you guys finally get your shot tomorrow versus Sarah. Go get that W. Mr. N, Mr. Puth, you guys are the best. Hope all is well. Good luck, Jackrabbits.
How y'all doing, Jackrabbits? It's Raymond Graham, 2018 running back. I just want to encourage y'all on how having the season this year. Currently at Prairie View A&M.
Jackrabbits, this is Ryan Nixon, class 2018. Currently, I'm at the University of Tulsa, and I just wanted to wish you guys, I want to congratulate you guys on having the season. You know, I know you guys been dealing with a lot, with the pandemic and, all the COVID stuff. But you guys got the opportunity now, so, go out there, ball out, have fun, and just enjoy yourselves. That's all it's about, really, man. Just go hard, make sure you guys is focused. You guys have a support system behind you guys. With me and the rest of Long Beach, everybody's going to be watching. So, just do you guys' job. You guys got a great leader behind y'all with Coach Barbie. He's trying to do things the right way. So, we're going to be supporting y'all and watching y'all. Go Poly.
What up, everybody? It's Cam McDonald, class of 2018, tight end. I go to FSU now, and I just want to congratulate you guys on having the season and let you know, and actually I want to make sure that you guys understand what you represent. Long Beach Poly High School is the #1 sports high school in the country. It will never be able to be argued. It'll never be able to be debated. We go based on a different set of metrics. I want you to understand that before you take the field tomorrow night, that you represent the #1 sports high school in the country, the most professional sports athletes across all sports in America. Understand that you represent that. So with that being said, go out there, play hard for your brother. Look to your right and to your left and understand that you're going to have to fight for that man next to you in order to get the job done. I love the fact that you guys are Jackrabbits and that you're representing right now. I bleed green and gold and I will bleed it forever. I love you guys. Good luck tomorrow. And it's still hard to be a rabbit. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir!
What's up, y'all? This is Keon Markham. This is Keon Markham. And we was class of 19, and we just wanted to congratulate y'all on the season and wish y'all the best of luck on y'all game, y'all first game. Everything y'all work for, everything y'all practice for, y'all just put it out there and leave it out there. And most importantly, y'all have fun. Yeah, just like what he said, have fun and go out there and make plays. Go Rabbits. Go Rabbits.
What's the deal, y'all? It's Tariq LaBeouf, and now I play corner at Boise State University. I just want to congratulate y'all, especially in a time like this, on the season and opening up against Sarah. I just want to encourage y'all to hold each other accountable and, keep that brotherhood going and do everything you do for your brother to the right and the left of you. So with that being said, I just want to wish y'all good luck, you feel me? And show them cats how we do it in that green and gold, baby.
Alex Austin, class of 2019. I currently go to Oregon State University. I just want to congratulate you all on having a football season because this is a big accomplishment, and I'm happy to see y'all play this year. And it's been a long time coming, you know. So y'all need to go out there and just make the most of these opportunities that's being given. Go out there and leave it all on the line for your brother next to you and compete every play. Go out there and just have fun, man. Football is back, y'all. Football is back, and the community is rooting for y'all. The alumni is rooting for y'all. We all are tuned in. Let's go. Go Poly.
Thanks. And as Matt welcomes the teams back to the field, let me get my football talking speech voice back. We welcome you back to the Long Beach Poly YouTube live stream. We're here, Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits taking on the Compton Tar Babes. Poly up 28-0 right now. A pretty dominant effort on both sides of the ball against this Compton offense and defense. They haven't found really any resistance so far moving the ball, and they haven't given up too many yards. A bit of a tail of the tape here. Shea Kuykendall's 10 for 17, 116 yards. Jaden Bridges, 5 carries for 46 yards. Devin Samples, 4 carries for 36 yards, and they each have a touchdown. Keontae Lanier, 4 receptions for 61 yards. Jordan Riles has 2 for 26. Kyron Rochelle, 2 for 17. Donovan Turner and Tyson Bordeaux each have 1. Donovan for 9 yards and Tyson for 3 yards. And that's compared to 38 total yards on the Compton side. Compton not finding a lot of room to run. What are they going to have to do to find a little bit more success in the second half?
Well, I mean, they're going to have to their offensive line is going to have to get big and be able to create some running lanes for that wing T.
See that catch?
I mean, honestly, look.
I stripped the pen out of my hand and I caught that.
So fun fact.
I'm going to watch that back later.
Fun fact about John Martin. He was actually varsity football, or not football, but varsity baseball player. That's the word.
Yep.
Baseball.
That's the
one. When he was at Poly. So showing those quick reflexes. He was a shortstop. He was a catcher. He was anything they needed him to be.
Anything.
Really. He pitched.
I pitched. I caught.
Threw 90.
Hit.
Threw 90 in high school. And
90 total balls I threw while playing baseball at Poly. But enough about me. Let's get back to this game. They're stretching on the field. Compton, they're no doubt going to come into the second half with some adjustments it's just going to be tough to, so as I get you away from the wind. I'm trying to face you.
I know.
So I'll just we'll go back to back.
Then I'll be
Me and Matt Guardabascio are going back to back. We'll look to see if they can make those adjustments against this very strong Poly defense. But we may get a second unit in there, which can really it'll give us some vision into the experience that future players on this Poly squad will give, and then also maybe give some room to the Tar Babes against a less experienced defense possibly.
That's true. One thing though is, Poly has always had deep teams. There's talent. I remember a year when Poly had 5 defensive backs. We typically have 4 defensive backs starting, but Poly had 5 defensive backs get Division I scholarships, and that's pretty indicative of the talent that Poly usually brings to the table. So Compton might not find a whole lot of wiggle room against the second unit from the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, and as for this Poly offense and defense, I have to think they're going to keep trying to get Shea Kuykendall some reps, get him some passing reps, get him some experience in there, see if they can add on to his experience passing the ball. They'll probably run a little bit as well, and then get that offensive second unit in there to get those guys some experience.
Oh, exactly. Reps are so important, and one of the things that
I'm looking at. I got eyes on the back of my head. I'm looking at you, baby.
It's so important to get reps for your quarterback, and one thing that Poly hasn't really needed to do offensively, and they don't need to in this game either, with both running backs averaging more than 6 yards per carry on the night, is get a whole lot of reps for Kuykendall. So really, I would not be surprised to just see him left in the game. The protection has been there all night. He hasn't really been, he hasn't been rushed. He hasn't been hurried.
Nope.
There hasn't been any contact other than when he himself left the pocket and took it up the field. So.
But why talk about it when we can watch it? We're going to take it back down to the field for the second half action as we get ready to kick off this second half. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, Compton Tar Babes. Long Beach Poly holds the lead currently 28-0. But let's see what the second half brings. Who knows? Who knows?
And I'm going to mute myself so that you don't hear my PA broadcast for the kickoff here.
Dylan Michelle back for the kick. And that's another strong kick. Deion Johnson will receive that, and he'll be taken out by Jalen Duncan at about the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up a first down for this Compton offense as they look for something, anything to find some room against the Poly defense. Also April Fool's Day.
It's true. I for those who are new to the chat, we had a great April Fool's joke from council member, Long Beach City Council member Al Austin, talking about a Compton comeback here in the second quarter, and then hit him with the quick April Fool's crying, laughing emoji.
Alan Moreau going to give it to Deion Johnson on the right side. He'll get a couple yards there.
Deion Johnson with the carry.
It's going to bring up a second and about 8. But a player down on the field, it looks.
There's a player down on the field.
And we'll have the trainers come out to take a look at him. And while the trainers take a look at him, be sure for any sports coverage, for any Long Beach sports coverage, make sure you visit the 562.org, the premier place for any more league sports coverage, and especially in this pandemic, a little bit of everything that they're bringing to you, all the news of the Long Beach school systems.
Yeah, and again, the 562.org, the only place in all of Long Beach to get local sports coverage by local sports guys. Once more, that is the 562.org.
We'll get that clock running again. 2nd and 8 for this Compton offense. Running that wing T. They're going to pass out of it this time. Monroe completes that to Tyler Huffman on the right side. Just about a yard there. Again, not much action for the Tar Babes here.
Yeah, really, the pressure that Poly's bringing up from their defensive front right now, forcing those quick passes out on the edge there, not letting Compton really run anything downfield in the passing game. So hoping that they can get a Poly mistake, a missed tackle, something that can spring them, get them into that second level for a big gain.
Monroe's going to turn around and hand it off to Deion Johnson once again. But no room there. The unfortunate aspect about the Compton wing T is it's not stretching the field at all. It looks like the defense is able to crunch down pretty close to that line, so not a lot of room to run there. They're going to have to find some kind of adjustment if they want to try and move that ball, but for now, punting it away to the Poly Special Teams unit. And that's going to hop a couple times, and that's going to be Anthony Curtis on the return, and he's going to find a lot of room, only has to beat the punter, and he does.
And no
touchdown, Anthony Curtis. What a return there. But it looks like a flag did escape Matt's view, and there is a flag down. So we'll see what we have to see. Looks like there's going to be a block in the back on Poly, so that one is coming back, unfortunately, but you know, just because it's called back doesn't mean it wasn't fun to watch, you know?
How many long touchdowns has that been now that have been called back where you got excited, you were in it, you were in the flow, you got to give the touchdown call? We might be going on to a second hand here, folks.
If I had a nickel, if I have a nickel for each one, I'd have enough to play a game of Pac-Man. 25 cents, probably 5 times, 25 cents, yeah.
Is it still only 25
I don't know.
cents?
I don't know. It's a movie quote. Let's see if anybody in the chat gets it. Probably not, though. But that's okay. We do the stream for that niche group who get my very unique movie references, right? That's what we're doing it for? You weren't listening. That's okay. Poly offense will take the field. Jake Eichendahl leading that offense back onto the field. I understand. No, you're doing double duty. It's no worries. Devin Samples to his right. And he'll get the ball, and he'll run left. A lot of room to go. And he's chugging along, but it looks like he is going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line, 25-yard line. Nice gain there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Devin Samples with the carry. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Kuykendall looks to be in the shotgun again. Samples to his right, 2 receivers to his right as well, 1 to his left. He's going to fake it to Samples. He's going to roll right. And that pass is caught. A big stiff arm from Malik Brown.
Number 9, Malik Brown, the tight end, coming off the edge there. Great hands, great running after the catch there.
It's going to bring up a 1st down for the Jackrabbit offense. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Not quite goal-to-go scenario yet, so they can gain another 1st down. Samples to Kuykendall's left. And they're going to give it to Samples as he runs up the middle, looking for somebody to hit. And he finds a few. But there looks to be some excitement there on the ground. Looks like Samples fumbles that ball and Compton was able to recover. That's going to be a 1st down for Compton going the other way.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be Asofia Fianu with the fumble recovery there for Compton.
We got a rogue balloon. touch it down in the stands. So a break for that Compton Tar Babes team. They get another shot.
For Compton, ball at their own 10-yard line.
And I'm sure that's something Samples will hear about on the sideline. Up 28 or not, it's never something you want to see fumbling that ball that close to the goal line.
And I'm just popping into the chat here. John Henry, the man, the myth, the fable. Is he a fable? John Henry? American hero?
Real American hero.
John Henry and I played at Pauley together. John, shout out. Great to see you here, man.
As Monroe hands that off to Deion Johnson, running up the middle. He finds a little bit of room to go, but met by a couple Jackrabbits there in the middle. 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball at the 13-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Compton still looking to put their first points up on the board. It's proven to be a tall task so far, with this Poly defense really meeting them in every facet of the game. Recent turnover there. Let's see if they can turn around events. But it looks like Compton wants to talk it over. They'll call a timeout. And while we take that break, just another reminder, take a second if you haven't already, like, subscribe to our channel. We can't do this without your guys' support. It really means a ton to us. I know we're having some fun up here, but there's a lot of hard work going into this stream, and we really appreciate just the 2 seconds you can take to like, subscribe, and chat with us. Have some fun. We love the engagement. We love it when you share the link as well. Share it to some friends if they don't have anything going on a Thursday night. They probably don't.
But
you
here's
know,
the thing. Here's the
you
thing.
know, they don't have anything going on a Thursday night.
And even if they do have something going on, you can still share it with them. They can still hop in, like, subscribe. You can be a busy person and still enjoy, because you can enjoy from your phone. That's the beauty of a live stream.
And let's give a quick shout out to Marine Barbie, Coach Stephen Barbie's parents, watching from Sarasota, Florida. Thank you for joining us. What an honor to have you guys watching with us.
And can I say, as somebody who is, who's had the joy of meeting your son, head coach Stephen Barbie, great guy. You did a great job with him.
Great guy.
He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy. Let's see how high we can go with that. As the Compton offense does a couple tosses, that looks like it's going to be Tyler Huffman on the end around. But he's met by a briar patch of jackrabbits. What did you call them?
I believe it's a bury of jackrabbits.
A bury of jackrabbits there on the right side. Again, not much room to go for the Compton Tar Babes. So they're going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
For those who don't know, a bury is a large gathering of jackrabbits. No gain, 3rd and 7.
.6:48 here to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 8, ball on the 12-yard line. And that play is going to be blown dead, but it looks like there's going to be offsides on the defense. So a couple free yards for this Compton offense.
Offside by the Jackrabbits. 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 3. Let's get a quick shout out to the Garden Grove Bulldogs in Pop Warner League.
The GG.
Exactly. good game, and Garden Grove. Fun fact. GG, multiple meanings.
Monroe's going to look to pass it, but that's well high to Eric Barrios.
Donovan Turner, the athlete for the Jackrabbits, in coverage on that play, doing some push-ups.
Like an athlete does. You know, you got to get your work in between plays. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3 for Compton. It looks like they're going to punt that away. Edwin Alvarez in the backfield. The K/P.
And the Jackrabbits already with one blocked punt, I believe, in the game, looking to do that again. And
yeah, the sack 6. But it looks like Compton wants to think this over. They're going to take their second timeout of the half.
And guys, don't forget to stop by longbeach.ltd, stands for Long Beach Limited. Once more, that's longbeach.ltd to pick up your very own 16th and Atlantic sweatshirt or t-shirt. Represent for the city and the school that you love. You can also pick up The History of Long Beach Poly, the book written by local sports writers and Jackrabbit alums. Mike Guardabascio, no relation to me. There's lots of Guardabassios out there. Don't look that up. What are you thinking?
They're related.
And Tyler Hendrickson.
They're related. And if pictures aren't your thing, just look to my chest for that LTD outerwear. We get the Long Beach Poly 16th and Atlantic line here.
John,
be sure to pick that up.
John, can you lean in? Can you lean into the camera so they can see clearly?
See Edwin Alvarez with that kick. Anthony Curtis on the reception, and he's got some room to go, only the punter to beat, and he's going to get taken down by the punter.
We may have a flag, though.
You know he's going to hear about that.
No, I'm not seeing a flag there. That's my bad, everybody. That is a clean return. Jackrabbits ball, 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice return there for Curtis. That's going to set up Poly 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Looking to add here to their 28-point lead. 6 minutes left in this third quarter.
Go Poly! Let's go Poly!
Kuykendall under center. Bridges in the backfield. They're going to toss to Bridges on the left side. And he's not going to find any room over there. He's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. It looked like 57 on the tackle. But Compton doesn't have a 57, so it couldn't have been that. We'll try and get you that number in just a second. Kuykendall in the shotgun, Bridges to his right. He's going to fake the handoff and roll right. He's looking for Lanier, but they're going to call that down. Low throw there. Lanier couldn't bring it in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and goal, rather. Ball at the 10-yard line.
3rd and 10. 3rd and goal from the 10. And we've got, we've got viewers from Banning High School here as well watching the Jackrabbits play with the nice shout out. Great seeing you here. Glad you could be here. Again, like and subscribe to the channel. That's the best way to make sure this stream continues to happen moving forward.
Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's under some pressure, but he's rolling right. He's going to keep that ball, and he is popped. That's a big hit from Dion Johnson there. Knocked the ball loose, but it looks like Poly was able to fall on that, so they'll keep possession. A little extracurriculars, a little John back and forth there. But 4th down upcoming for the Jackrabbits on the ball at the 12-yard line.
Loss of 2 on Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be sending out Kuykendall here. So we're going to have the offensive unit still. Nope. Kuykendall's going to be the holder on this field goal attempt.
Yep.
It's going to be a 29-yard attempt from Dylan Michelle, number 19 for the Jackrabbits, attempting a 29-yard kick.
And on that kick is up into the windy night sky, but it's good. It wobbled a little there, but it had enough to make it. It's going to put 3 on the board for the Jackrabbits. Extends their lead to 31. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits 31, Compton Tar Babes nothing. 4:29 left to go here in the third quarter as Poly extends that lead. And as you hear that Poly cheer squad and that band, the first time that they've been able to be here as one unit on Poly's homecoming game.
Yeah, incredible. It just, again, we're looking at probably less than 25% capacity in the stands right now because of COVID-19. The league and CIF really honing in on trying to make this as safe as possible for family members to watch their kids and their loved ones play. Incredible to be able to hear the sounds and have it feel a little bit more like a high school football game, the way that we normally get to experience here, John.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. This is the sights and sounds that we haven't had for those first 2 games we're getting tonight. So it's almost like things are back to normal as Deion Johnson receives that kick from Dylan Michelle, and he's going to look for some room, but he is popped. And no, he is not headless, but that helmet flies off that hit, and he comes up clapping. These boys are just looking. They're looking to hit each other. They're having some fun out there. You can't take the spirit out of this Compton team. Even down 31, they're still fighting hard, which is great to see. They're having some fun, trading hits. And you don't usually see that down 31, especially this late in the game. So just an awesome sight to see there. A little energy put into this game from both sides.
And truthfully, special teams always some of the most dangerous plays in football, just because there's so much speed coming down the field. Great job by the Jackrabbits there with a nice, clean, hard hit. No helmet-to-helmet contact, but you got to get those chin straps on so that you can.
No helmet-to-helmet because he had no helmet. Monroe's going to drop back and hand that ball off to Eric Barrows, who's running on the right side, and he's got some room to run. A nice little gain there for Barrios, and he hits the first down sign.
And that's going to be Weetie Moet with the stop there.
And you love to see that kind of energy, even down 31. These boys are just having fun out there. Awesome to see. They're not giving up an inch. And it's just making for great football for you guys on the stream, and it's awesome. And it's awesome for us up here. I hope you guys are having a good time too.
And really just a huge shout out to Jan Kim Lim and our entire production team. They're the ones that put this together. They're the ones that came to us, John and myself, Matt Guardabascio. And yeah, that was weird, sorry.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
But they're the ones that put this together. So huge shout out to Jan Kim Lim and the entire production team here. We're happy to be here, and we're happy that you guys are able to be here watching safely and around the country. So thank you guys for joining us.
That play is blown dead. It looks like some encroachment or offsides on the Poly defense. So that ball's going to move up 5 yards. 1st and 5 for the Compton offense here. Ball at the 42-yard line. Don't look now. Compton's putting on a little bit of a drive here. Monroe's going to drop back. He's going to roll right and let this ball go for Tyler Huffman on the right side. What's the call?
They're calling it a catch, I think.
They're gonna give that a catch. What a play. Monroe, I guess that's his name for that play. Monroe Jr. rolls right, finds Tyler Huffman deep for just an incredible catch on the sideline there. That's going to bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. Compton putting on some yards here, and down 31, they're not quitting. this defense has got to step up a little bit if they want to keep that shutout, keep that pride on the line now.
Yeah, the Jackrabbits bringing in the second unit here. Coach Barbie leaving them in, letting them know, hey, this is your time to shine. Show us what you're made of. Get those stops.
They're going to respond by running that on the inside. Looks like Ryan Asua on the run there, just for a couple yards. And there's a flag on the play. Ref looking into the backfield.
Flag coming
So
after the play, I think.
A very unsure sign given by the ref.
He's just clapping his hand. I believe that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. I think there's probably
I think there might have been
too much talking.
I think there was some talking in the backfield. So that's going to move the ball a bit further. It's going to put the ball about on the 9-yard line. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal for this Compton offense. Their first opportunity.
I think they're going to be at the right
yep,
at the 15, basically. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Compton, just inside that 15-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Big test your metal here moment for this younger version of the Jackrabbits.
Monroe's going to toss that to Johnson, but it looks like the Jackrabbits are taking their first time out of the second half rather. They saw something in that wing tee they didn't like, and they want to talk it over.
Yeah, and a great call by Coach Barbie here, to give his guys a chance to learn. That's what you want to do with these younger players. And just a reminder, you guys, if you'd like to donate directly to Long Beach Poly's football program, go ahead and press the link in the description below. You can type football in the search bar, click on Long Beach Poly football donation. Every contribution makes a huge impact, especially right now. Once more, that link is down in the description below. And while you're down in the description, go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. The more likes, the more subscribes that we have to the channel, the better we are.
It's true, as men.
It's exactly. I mean, when we had 0 on this channel, John and I were out there. We were running stop signs, driving fast, just doing all kinds of bad things. But now
I'm not saving you. I'm letting you go.
No, save me.
Monroe's going to toss that to Deion Johnson. He's going to run up the middle. A nice little gain there. They're going to move that up about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Compton offense here in the red zone. Looking for their first points of the game. No better opportunity than now to get those.
Exactly. And again, with that timeout, really, you're starting to see Poly tighten up with this second unit.
Deion. As they toss that to Deion Johnson, and he gets popped at the 10-yard line.
Jalen Duncan makes the stop there. He's a little bit of high stepping there from Deion Johnson before he's wrapped up by Jalen Duncan, brought down for a gain of 1.
And he's going to go to the ground. Came up a bit limp on that play, so the trainers are going to come out to see. And while the trainers tend to him, if you get a moment, follow our social media, Instagram, Long Beach Poly Football, @PolyJackrabbits, Twitter, @LBPoly_football, @LBPolyAthletics, and @PolyJackrabbits.
And we've said it once, and we'll say it again. Go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the best way to support this current stream right now is just like it, subscribe to the channel. That lets us know there's an interest in the community so that we can continue doing this. Once more, like and subscribe to the channel.
Trainer's still looking at Deion Johnson here.
And don't forget, stop by the 562.org after the game. That's they've got video highlights, they've got full game write-ups, they've got photo galleries from all of your favorite Moore League teams. They're the only place to get local sports coverage from local guys. Go ahead and swing by the 562.org and support local journalism.
Support local journalism. Deion Johnson back up and getting off the field under his own power. Love to see that.
And we're going to come back from the injury timeout there. We're going to have 3rd and 6, it looks like, from the 10-yard line. Compton with the ball, driving. I think they've gone about 40 yards or so in this drive, maybe a little bit longer than that even. The first signs of life from this Compton offense.
Moreau's going to hand that off to Eric Barrios,
and Awiti
who runs.
Makes the stop. Sorry, I get so excited. I like defense, guys. I like defense.
It's going to bring up 4th and 6 for the Compton offense. Looking to take advantage of an opportunity here to put some points on the board. Monroe's going to drop back and hit the fade. And that's going to be tipped. And that's caught by Mikaele as he runs up the left sideline. And he's got blockers, but Compton's chasing him. He stops. He hesitates. He's still going. And he's finally going to be brought down.
Number 26, Ignacio Mikaele. But there is a flag back at the Jackrabbit 32 on the return.
Monroe went for the fade. But looked to be in double coverage. That ball was tipped, and Mikaele was there for the interception and ran that back to about the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the opposite 30-yard line, so we'll see what the refs have to say on that play.
That's going to be a block in the back there against the Jackrabbits. So it will bring the return back. It's going to be, I believe, 10 yards, maybe 15 from the spot of the foul. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to bring the Jackrabbits back to 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Mikaele getting some nice sprints in there, but that's all that it's good for as the Poly offense comes back onto the field. Opportunity squandered there for the Compton Tar Babes, but some good movement on offense, some points that you can look at and be approval of as this Poly offense takes the field. Kickoff in the backfield. Samples behind, and they'll hand it to Samples running up the left side. He's got a lot of room to go, and he's finally going to be tackled by Ava Lilomaiva. At about the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Kuykendall on the shotgun.
Great work here by Cheer and Band. just really pumping up the team, getting those sounds that you miss so much when you don't have sports for over a year.
And Kickoff fumbles that snap, and he's just going to fall on it. It's going to bring up 2nd and 19 for the Jackrabbits here. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter as we put our 4s up. Head to the 4th quarter here at Cabrillo High School, Long Beach, California. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits taking on the Compton Tar Babes. Poly leads 31-0 over Compton. A tale of two teams. Poly's been able to do whatever they want. Compton, not so much.
Yeah, really just an outstanding effort and a great bend don't break moment there for that second unit on the Jackrabbits defensive side of the ball. Giving up some big plays for the first time all night, and then finding a way to get it done and force the turnover.
And a lot of energy coming still from both teams. With this kind of deficit, it's great to see.
Don't forget, if you want the best, the coolest, the Long Beachiest gear out there, swing by Long Beach Limited, longbeach.ltd. That's where you can pick up your very own 16th and Atlantic t-shirts and hoodies, and you can even pick up a history of Long Beach Poly.
Kagano's going to hand that to Jaden Bridges up the left side. He's got some room to go. Nobody in front of him, and he's going to take off. That speed from Jaden Bridges. Pay dirt once again, 22, putting up 6 more on the board. What a run from Bridges there. And for once, no flag on the play, so that will stand. Bridges gets his big touchdown there. A lot of room to go.
I got to ask, John, because you've been burned so many times before, do you feel like you didn't give it as much gusto as you did the first time there was a touchdown run that broke off like that?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I've been hurt. Been hurt in the past, and I don't know if I'm ready to get back out there and be hurt again. So
it's a shame, you guys. It's a shame.
That's what you get, refs, when you throw the yellow a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, 37-0 Jackrabbits
again, not
over the Compton Tar Babes. Dylan Michelle out for the extra point.
You gotta watch what you say, Joe. You can't just go out there making accusations against the referees.
They're throwing the yellow.
They are throwing the yellow. You can say that they have thrown the flag, but I don't know that we're allowed to say. Jan Kim, are we allowed to say that? We're getting a shrug. We're getting a shrug. We're gonna let it stand.
The Michelle extra point is good. It's gonna put us at a score of 38-0. Jackrabbits over the Tar Babes. And a timely touchdown indeed, as that will start the running clock here in the 4th quarter. Should you find yourself in a few minutes thinking, dang, this game's going by pretty quickly.
This game is going by.
Dang it.
And Kim Simmons here with the booyah on that touchdown run. Couldn't agree with you more.
Booyah.
It's a great booyah moment.
The wind picking up here on the roof of the sports box here at Cabrillo High School. Juan Rodriguez, Cabrillo High School.
You think that the press box is called the sports box?
Calling it the sports box.
Fair enough. So it's a game of the game is called yards. They're out here playing yards.
They're playing yards, and we're watching from the sports box.
And yet I'm the one that gets mocked for the things that I say.
It's because I make it sound good, baby.
He's got me there, folks.
If you make it sound smooth, you can get away with it. Am I right, YouTube?
Please tell him he's wrong.
Tell me I'm right.
His ego.
I
doesn't-
need it.
Don't feed his
I
ego.
need it.
Don't feed his ego.
Feed me, YouTube.
And I know we've got some alums watching the game. A lot of Long Beachians out there in the world. Tell us where you graduated from. We got some people watching from other schools. If you're a Jackrabbit fan, put it out there. Let us know you're from the Green and Gold, and let us know what year you graduated.
As Snoop would say, where are you from, fool?
Long Beach Poly.
Long Beach Poly is what it says in the song. But as Matt was saying, even if you're not from Long Beach Poly,
Let us know.
let us know.
Are we going to do the let us know and then just keep going? Let us know. Let us know.
No, not this time.
No. Okay. I think that's about as high as I can go.
Yeah, they've had to put up with about two hours of us already, so we won't push it.
Yeah. You guys are real heroes.
Dylan Michelle back to kick it off to the Tar Babes. Eric Barrios in the backfield, awaiting the reception. A nice boot from Michelle. Barrios is going to take it to the left side. Not a lot of green over there. Some white jerseys there to block, but not a ton of room to go as he's pushed out of bounds at about the 31, 32-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Compton. Down 38 with 11:25 here to go in the fourth quarter.
And folks at home, we do officially have a running clock here at Cabrillo High School. The rule on that is typically 35 at the start of the fourth quarter, but I think just due to the nature of the score of this one, they are going to move to it, even though we didn't get to 38-point lead until a couple minutes into the fourth here. And we've got Malachi Rice, Poly class of 20. Green and gold, baby, class of 08 from Anthony Nem. We've got Russell Schock watching from Vegas with the green and gold. We appreciate you being here with us, Russell. We got John Henry Poly, class of 06. Again, John, great seeing you on the stream here, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We've got John Villarreal, Poly class of 03. Lona Caldwell, Poly class of 83. 2K Gods.
Poly.
Class
it looks
of
like
90
Compton.
from AJ.
Looks like Compton's going to take their final time out of the half.
So hard to be a rabbit. Can't agree with you more, AJ. And that's right. John Henry did also play at Long Beach City College. One of many great Jackrabbits who became Vikings later in their career. I got to announce for you at both places. Great seeing you here again. We got class of 77. We've got class of 83, class of 90. Keep it up, you guys. We love to see all this Poly love coming into the chat right now. And while you're here, go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. We love doing this. We're having a blast. The best way to keep this here and happening is to like and subscribe to the channel.
Compton offense coming out in the field. 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Looking for their first points of the game here in the fourth quarter. That defense has other plans, though. And he's going to toss that back to Eric Barrios in the backfield. And that's where he's met. We're at about just the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And yep, that's right, John Henry. You did go to LA Harbor. I do remember calling you. You actually had a pretty good game against the Vikings, unfortunately, but it was great getting to shout you out. I think I even gave you a little extra love on the mic doing PA for the game because you were a Jackrabbit. So my bad on that. Apologies again, but great to see you here, brother.
Monroe's going to hand that off, but seems like worlds colliding there at the line of scrimmage. All 22 meeting. And that's going to bring up third and another try at 10. Or perhaps 9. Ball on the 33-yard line. Seems like they've gained a yard with those two plays. Nine minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Jackrabbits up 38-0 over the Tar Babes. Compton looking for their first points to put together a second nice drive after having some nice yardage in their previous attempt. That was turned over by an interception by Mika Ale deep in the red zone. As Monroe hands that off once more. But again, nowhere really to run there. That's going to bring up a fourth and long. And that's going to call on the Compton special teams to come out on the field.
And real quick shout out to Julio Morales, class of 1899. That puts him being born, I believe, around the year 1881. Really just loving to see every generation of Poly Jackrabbits coming out here and supporting even those from the 19th century. Let's go.
One of the early Poly years. He was there when it all began. Edwin Alvarez, Compton punter, out again. Looking to kick it deep. Torian White in the backfield to receive.
Torian with some incredible defensive plays against Sarah, against Lakewood. Really a special talent here for this Jackrabbit team.
That play is going to be blown dead, but that clock will continue to run as we look to the refs to clear up the situation for us.
Believe we had early movement there by Compton. That's going to back them up 5 yards for this this special teams try here. Early movement by Compton, 5-yard penalty, 4th and 12.
4th and 12 here for the Compton special teams unit. Ball on the 30-yard line. And Poly will want to think this one over. They called their final timeout of the game.
Looks like we might be getting some substitutions in here, get some of the younger guys some reps in at special teams as well. You know, Jackrabbit coaching staff looking to get some, you know, make this a learning game for some of their younger guys, make sure that they're getting reps in the league. Getting them ready for the next level. You never know when your number's going to get called here at Poly.
It's always great to see when the first unit is pumped for that second team unit to come in. It just shows you the camaraderie that these guys have for each other and the excitement that they all have to watch each other play football wearing the green and gold. So we'll give it one more try here. Compton special teams unit out there punting it away to the Poly special teams unit. Torian White in the backfield to receive the kick from Edwin Alvarez. Ball out about the 30. White standing on about the 50-yard line. Good snap. He'll kick that to the left side, and that'll sail out of bounds. We'll see where that plays, but some extracurricular activity on the field. And that's not what you want to see at the end of the game here.
No, it's not.
A couple flags thrown there. Looks like some John back and forth, getting a little chippy out there. And with 6 minutes left in the game, you just want to keep both teams to keep their composure.
And don't forget, guys, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Best way to keep us in the game, as it were. Get it? Because of sports?
Boo. Still like and subscribe, but not for that joke.
Don't like and subscribe for that joke. Like and subscribe because you love Poly football and you love being able to watch Poly football from the comfort of your own home or a different state. We got people watching from around the country right now. Thanks to Jan Kim Lim, Ru Ayala, the rest of this production team really stepping in, seeing the need that COVID-19 presented and stepping in and filling that void. So thank you to them. Thank you to you guys. Really, really, really excited to be here. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and tell your friends and family about it too.
Refs and Barbie still discussing it on the field here. Talking about yardage, where they're looking to keep that ball.
And don't forget, if you want an advertisement spot here on this live stream, I mean not tonight's live stream, but if you want an advertising spot on the Long Beach Poly football live stream, go ahead and reach out to longbeachpolyhighschool@gmail.com. That's going to be the best place to contact us so that you can get your very own advertising spot here. And if you are in a position to do so and want to donate to the Long Beach Poly football program, go ahead and press the link in the description box below, type football in the search bar, and click on Long Beach Poly football donation.
Looks like that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jackrabbit offense, ball on the 50-yard line. They're looking to add on to a lead of 38-0 here with 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. We've got a new quarterback out there. That's Pat Vialva handing the ball off to Devin Samples, who's rumbling and tumbling down there to the 30-yard line, but it looks like a flag on the play. A nice run there from Samples. As Bruno Mars fills your stream. Looks like that's going to be a holding call, so that ball is coming back. They're going to replace that ball at the 50-yard line and just do it over. 1st and 10. If you didn't catch that, Pat Vialva checking in for Shea Kuykendall. The junior lefty, Devin Samples to his left side. 2 receivers on the left as well, 1 to the right. And he'll hand it to Samples, and they'll run to the right side, and Samples got some room to run. He's breaking through arm tackles, and a nice run there from Samples, pushed out of bounds.
Eric Barrios with the stop there. Just really, I mean, we've said his name probably more than anybody else on Compton's defensive front right now.
Yeah, he's all over the field. But a nice run for Samples there. It's going to bring up another 1st down for the Jackrabbits as they continue down the field, ball at the 30-yard line. Vialva in the shotgun. Samples to his left. And they'll run it again. He runs to the right side. He's finding more room. Great blocking in front of him. He hits a stiff arm to Barrios, who holds him up and allows a few other Tar Babes to come over and eventually push Samples out of bounds. Another good run for Samples. No reason for Samples to be humble because he's running with some force here with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2 carries, 2 first downs. I'm not mad at it.
As you shouldn't be. Vialva in the backfield, Samples behind him. And they'll give it to Samples again. He's got a lot of room up the middle, and he'll find little resistance on his way to the end zone. Touchdown Jackrabbits. I know there's 6 on the board for Devin Samples. And Samples just making it look so easy, so simple on that drive.
Let's go, Long Beach, cheer, cheer for
And that's a big credit to his line. That's that big line getting out there, hitting those blocks. One thing that you see is a lot of room to run for samples, and that's just a testament to the big fellas that he has running in front of him. Dylan Michelle out for the extra point, looking to tack on to this lead late in the fourth quarter. That kick is up and good from Michelle. It's going to push us to 45-0. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits over the Compton Tar Babes. 3:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, Long Beach, cheer, cheer for our Poly High, for her we'll do
And as we await that Poly kickoff to Compton, let's go over some players of the game from last week. We have our player of the game, Donovan Poe Yandel, 4 tackles, 4 for a loss, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. We got our defensive player of the game from last week, UT Mo, 3 tackles for a loss, 4 tackles overall, and half a sack. Offensive player of the game, Jaden Bridges, 2 tuggies, 7.5 yards per carry for a total of 75. Special team player of the game, Dylan Michelle, 2 for 2 on the field goal effort, 5 for 5 on extra points with 2 touchbacks. And he's been Mr. Reliable so far this season. As he sets up for this kickoff. Back to Compton, up 45. Dylan with the big kick. Barrios with the reception. He tries to run left, but he is met. Nowhere to go there.
And that's number 39, who unfortunately we don't have a number for, but the sideline getting hyped for him getting out there and getting the tackle on special teams.
Compton offense coming out for what should be one more try, putting some points on the board here.
John, we got Michael Loyola here. Thank you for watching us stream this Poly game. Class of '89, we appreciate you here. Just over 2 minutes here in the game with the clock running. Compton lined up.
Monroe under center. He's going to toss that to Amir Ford.
Wendell Moe, the big body on the defensive line there for the Jackrabbits, making the stop.
Clock continues to tick down here. Cabrillo High School in Long Beach, California for this Moore League matchup. Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits versus the Compton Tar Babes. A one-sided effort. Poly really getting their way on both offense and defense here. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for Compton. Ball on the 25-yard line. Monroe takes that snap, but nowhere to go. Big boys on the line.
And it looks like we've got a player down. No, he's getting up. He's getting up.
Appears to be Wendell Moe on the stop. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Clock ticking down, 45 and counting. Looks like we'll get one more play. As he'll toss it one more time to Barrios. But he'll be brought down. And that looks like it'll do it for this matchup between the Jackrabbits and the Tar Babes. As each team goes to their respective side. And that's going to do it. 45, Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits 45, Compton Tar Babes 0. A tough matchup for the Tar Babes here. But the Jackrabbits walk away victorious. Another game in which they really had no resistance on either side of the ball.
Yeah, really another commanding performance here by the Jackrabbits in the Moore League, coming out with a 45-0 win over the visiting Compton Tar Babes on the 125th homecoming game for the Jackrabbits. They cut to us, but I don't know if we got a shot of it, but one of the things that I really love about football in the COVID era is they're still really pushing for that sportsmanship. So both teams coming out to the hash marks, facing each other, congratulating them on just being able to play football and be a good game. So really happy to see the sportsmanship still alive and well in the era of COVID, when you can't just go walking and shaking everybody's hands.
True. And there was it's a lopsided on the scoreboard, but some really good energy throughout the entire game. Early in the fourth quarter and late in the third quarter, even with that lead having been built, you could see that both sides were still playing with a lot of pride, a lot of energy. It got chippy a little bit there at the end, but overall I think a well-played game from both sides, even though Compton didn't necessarily see what they wanted to see from their offensive production or defensive production, and Poly going out there and just getting the job done, following the same script that they have the entire season, running the ball hard, giving Shea Kuykendall some extra effort, so we got to see that a little bit, and then just that defense taking over, not allowing any games, and you can see that in the tail from the statistics here. 353 total offensive yards for Poly to Compton's 92. And that's just the tail of the game. That's just what reflects the scoreboard. Poly could do what they wanted, and just Compton could.
Yeah, and honestly, one of the things I really loved seeing here from Poly's offensive unit, I love that they gave so many reps to Shea Kuykendall. Really, just you got to get confidence for your quarterback. You got to get him some reps, giving him the ability to find his receivers in the flats. Poly has so much speed, so much talent. I mean, if you need more proof, Poly's got a guy whose position is athlete.
Right.
So really just get those guys the ball in the flats, give them room, and let your quarterback have confidence and let him know, hey, you don't need to be hitting a 40, 50-yard strike downfield. You can get big numbers. You can help your team. You can put the offense in the best position possible to win if you can just find your guys and give them the room to run the ball.
And that's a great note to end on. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another Long Beach Poly live stream. We couldn't do it without you. We love interacting with you guys on the chat. It's just a great energy. For Matt Guardabascio, I'm John Martin. Thank you again. We'll see you next time, and be safe, be kind.
And like our YouTube channel.